it's been a while since I had a video for you, and that's because my setup came crashing down, literally. I finally got it hitched back up again and it's feeling nice and solid. The angle needs a little bit of tweaking, so we'll work on that. But what a good video to be back with. It's a celebratory YouTube hop for MK Gun. She's reached 1,000 subbies, so yay, congratulations MK. And the challenge is to scrap lift one of her layouts. So I've picked this one. She has a video and I will link that and her socials there. Yeah, so as soon as I saw this shaped paper, I knew I wanted to do this one. I didn't look any further, and I have a whole ton of these. I thought I actually had some Jenny Bolan ones left. I don't, but I've got a few from a whole bunch of different manufacturers, and if you don't, you can always cut something like that on the silhouette. MK's style is quite different to mine, and she mentions in this video especially that she's going to try and go more girly, because she normally does more of a grungy vibe, and I'm sort of the opposite. So hopefully bringing in some kind of distressed papers like October Afternoon and Cosmo Cricket will kind of it'll be a nod to that. So I'll show you what I've pulled out and we'll get moving. So here are the two photos that I'm going to use. Instead of 3 squares, I'm going to use one portrait and then one square. And here's my whole bunch of different shaped papers. My first thought was to use this one, but it's really close to a, see, it takes up virtually the entire 12 by 12 except just a tiny little bit, and I wanted to have a lot more of the page showing. So my next choice was this one, and this one's a lot better. However, I do think that if I cut away the blue border, while I do like it, it will buy me probably what looks like maybe 1/4 of an inch on either side. Now, what to put with it? I thought before I even got to the October Afternoon and Cosmo Cricket, there's a particular Cosmo collection that I think will work really nicely, and sorry about the glare. Anyway, there's the apron strings from Simple Stories. I love the colours, and I think the colours will sort of work. I definitely wanted to bring out the blue in the pie dish and some of the other stuff. A lot of the collection is sort of made for what seems to be like either giving away baked goods or other stuff, so I didn't get any of the embellishments except for the sticker sheet that came with the paper pack and the kind of faux brads, which I'm sad about because I don't know, I think you can tell that they're faux brads and they just sit on top of the paper. I really like ones that go through. But anyway, the thing about it is most of it's on white. There's a little bit of cream. The cream is not like a very super strong cream. So this is the Cosmo that I wanted to use with it, and that is quite a strong cream. I do want, rather than cutting flowers on the silhouette, I thought I could fussy cut either from here, these circular looking ones, or there's this one. I have so many of these because I do tend to fussy cut this one from October Afternoon. They work really well for fussy cutting. So we'll see about that when I get to it. And I was auditioning a whole bunch of things to put this on. And strangely enough, I think initially I was thinking something red. And I might still go with something red, but I think this is not too bad. And that paper behind sort of sets the colour scheme, because it's got the green, the yellow, the red, and this light blue. And I don't think that this royal blue, it's not jarring or anything. So I'm going to grab a pair of scissors. I'm going to cut away this border. I will ink up the edges to make the contrast, make it nice and contrasty. I'll do that and then I'll figure out the background. Alright, I think I'm going to go with this October Afternoon paper. I was heavy-handed with the ink, like a lot more heavy-handed than I normally would be, in order to make that edge stand out, and I think it's doing the job. So the photos will go something like this. Title, Yeah, that's going to be interesting because my titles are usually kind of long, so I may have to move it. I'm not sure. I thought that this makes a naturally good spot for journaling because I do have the lines to write on, so I'll keep that as is. The other thing that was sort of kind of bugging me is that the photos have just a white border and that's it, which is fine, except that I'm used to layering up a bunch of paper behind, at least behind some of them, so I don't know. I could do that because this one, well, they'll take up less space on the page. I think what I'll do is get the flowers cut first because I don't want them to sort of get lost. And I'm going to cut some out and I'm going to have a think about it. More fussy cutting, if I can find my scissors. So I think I will try cutting out some mats and seeing how they look. I don't have to commit to them if I don't want to, so I haven't stuck anything down yet. So I'll put it on fast forward. I'll do that and see where we go from there. My photo mats, and this one I'll put foam squares on that side that's flopping down. I've also cut a strip. I kind of just guessed as to the correct width and length. It's going to be too long, I'm not really sure. Let's have a look. It needs to be it goes nearly to the edge there. Oh, that's good, so that's nearly enough for the whole thing to show, and I think it looks like it finishes about there, so maybe here I can cut it there. I think I'm just going to gently tack this photo to that one, so at least they'll be moved around as one unit. All right, now for these flowers, I don't know whether I've cut enough or not. There's only one way to find out. I don't think I'm going to put any flowers along here because I think they just get lost against this paper. So I'll see what that Simple Stories collection has, whether it's got any stickers or cut aparts that could go there. In any case, the title's going to be quite a bit longer than MK, so it's probably going to take up most of that space. So I'm just going to start sticking down, and if I have to move them, I have to move them. No biggie. I haven't finished with those little tiny ones. There's 3 more that I'll probably adhere flat, but I want to add in some bigger things from the cut apart sheets and see where I can squeeze those in. I want to put the journaling down and also the title. I also have some bits from this Hello Today from Simple Stories. The colours are sort of a little bit muted, and I'd like to put in some of the butterflies and things, so I guess I'll see if there's anything that will work. I've picked out some bits and pieces, at least to get started, and realistically I'm not going to use them all. Totally forgot about this sheet. If I didn't use this mixer, this one might be a better idea. I'll put that back and pull off this mixer. And the good thing is that if I mix in some of the October Afternoon stickers and labels, that sort of brings in the cream in with the white, and it looks like I just mixed in all of the colours of white and cream. For those unfamiliar with my videos, I start with a reasonably spacious area, and then by the end it sort of encroaches on all sides. So I cut off the pie off this label, thinking I could use the pie side, because I didn't really want that, because that sort of is what you'd attach that tag if you're giving someone something. MK had this in the corner. Yeah, I don't know. I like that bit of teal up there, but I don't think it's just not going to happen. If I put that like this, and I'll put these back how they were, then I can put something covering that bit to disguise the fact that it's not a full label. What if I use the mixing bowls? Actually, this is a good compromise because it's got that darker teal. Actually, I quite like that there. I'll get onto the journaling. This might be a good spot for a date. Journaling and the title. Drafted out the journaling on the back of this, but even so I didn't manage to space it out properly, and I decided to shorten the title because it was just going to be too big. And yeah, anyway, now I've got to incorporate the rest of the stickers and put on some things that aren't paper, like some of these brads and maybe some puffy stickers and other little embellies. Before I do that though, I think maybe I'm going to add some mist, because why not? I nearly lost my pie there for a bit. Now if I can just prise this up, because I didn't think it through. Actually, I think I want to do it like this. And I'll need another glue dot under that. So let's see, what can I add here? I think the largest of these stickers, definitely one of these butterflies. Oh, I think either one is fine. This one. I'm being very decisive today, and that's not like me at all. So I quite like the Happy Days there works with the, because the recipe I use for the pie crust, I use a Jamie Oliver recipe, and that's what he says a lot. So I like little things like that. And then I'll just put something over that. And this is so weird. How weird is it not having brads with the, it's too big. I think maybe another one of these things here. It's not a family recipe per se, but it's the same one I always use. So yellow, the yellow butterfly. And I might as well ink up this one. Oh, that's cute. This guy up here. Yeah, there'll still be enough room for the date. Oh, he could go there actually. Maybe here, just on top of the label. I like that. I'm gonna put this as the good stuff here with the arrow, but it looks like it's too big. Okay, I might have to cut off that arrow. This one can have an arrow. Oh, ink. Now, I need at least one more of these. 2 red ones. So, another colour. It's got a whole bunch of different foodie looking things, but it's got the dark brown, so I'm going to have a little look for some other enamel kind of dots and figure out the date. Right, date. And these October afternoon enamel dots were already open and floating around. Might as well use a bit more of them. I think I could do with a bit of yellow. So if I put a couple of yellow dots and a heart of a different colour, maybe pink, because there's a little bit of pink. Alright, pink, it's going to be pink. So, I don't know, that's kind of bothering me to put this heart where there's already one like that there. Oh well, it's there now. Now over here, I wasn't going to do an embellishment cluster at all, so I'll just do the reverse. Alright, I'm going to call this done before I ruin it, because I very frequently do. And even though I didn't use half of what I pulled out, that's how it happens. So thanks so much for watching. Please go and check out the other girls on MK's celebratory YouTube hop, and definitely be sure to check out MK, of course. And she actually has a giveaway happening, so yeah. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you'll come back soon. Bye!